4.5, factoring and solving by grouping. Grouping involves having 4 terms. And I love to factor by grouping. And that's the only way that there is to factor it, is by grouping. So you'll have, should you have them in order where it's biggest exponent, decreasing, maybe having a constant on the very end. And what we want to do to factor these is we group the first 2 terms together. So picture this is all it is. What could I factor out of x cubed and 5x squared? Well, I could take an x squared out, and then that would leave me with an x plus 5. Okay, then I'm going to group the next 2 terms together. Whatever this middle sign is, that's the one that always gets brought down. What could I take out of 9x and 45? A 9. So that would leave me with x plus 5. You know you're doing it right if what's in parentheses matches. Exactly. They both have to be the same sign and everything. So how you write your answer is taking out your GCFs, or taking these and putting them together. X squared plus 9 becomes one of the factors, and then the x plus 5 that they both have in common becomes just one factor. So it's x squared plus 9 times x plus 5. And you could FOIL this out. See how you would get the x cubed? 9x, 5x squared plus 45. You could always still check in your head or quickly on paper to see if you did it right. All right, let's try another one. I need to make sure, because I didn't really talk about on this one, that there's no GCF all the way through. I know I can't take an x out of everything because this end term doesn't have it. 1664 can be divided by 2, but 9 can't. So I'm not seeing anything, but always check for GCF. First 2 terms, what could I take out of 16 and 64? I believe 64 divides by 16. Because 16 double would be 32, 32 double is 64. So yes, and I can also take an x squared. So that would be times another x plus 4. Next 2 terms, look, the sign between them is a minus, so bring that down. Then I could take out a 9. And that would leave me with an x, right? Negative 9x. Negative 36 divided by negative 9 would be a positive 4. Right? Negative 9 times 4 makes negative 36. So I did it right because these match. Okay, then I'm going to put my 16x squared minus 9 together, and then my common factor of x plus 4 together. Okay, I don't remember this being in here, but it looks like it's showing up, so I better show you. This one right here, since it's still squared, this is called a difference of squares. A difference of squares is really easy to factor as long as you identify it. You're square rooting each term. So square rooting 16 would be 4 times 4. Square root of x squared would be x times x. So see how 4x times 4x would get 16x squared? Then I want to square root 9 would be 3. One's going to be positive 3, one's going to be negative 3. Because what happens if I FOIL, I get negative 12x and plus 12x, they cancel. 3 times negative 3 makes negative 9. So again, I don't remember having that on here. But if it says factor completely, I guess we better do it. So you're really trying to not get any more x squareds. We couldn't do that on this one because it wasn't a minus 9. It's called difference of squares, meaning it's a subtraction. If it's addition, it doesn't work. Okay, and then all we're going to do is take it a step further and actually solve, since we have equal to something. First 2 terms, I can take out an x squared times an x plus 3. Bring down the minus. Take out a 4. It'd be x should be plus 3. Okay, write your answer as x squared minus 4 times x plus 3. Solve. So this one I would have add 4 to 0 and then square root. And the square root of 4 would be positive and negative 2. This one's easy. It's just x equals negative 3. So my answers are positive and negative 2 and negative 3. why don't you pause and try number 4. Okay, check your factoring. You should have taken out an x squared to be left over with a 4x plus 5. Make sure you bring down the minus. Should factor out a 15 and leave you with 4x plus 5. Write your factors as x squared minus 15 times 4x plus 5. Solve. You get plus or minus the square root of 15 and negative 5/4.